king of diamonds, all things diamond painting. Square around, I'm glad you are around. Grab your putty, grab your wax, get ready to sit back and relax. Don't see you're single, whatever your niche. Here is your host, a guy named Rich.
Well, hello everybody. Happy Sunday afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everyone had a nice week. I'm just covering up where I was working on my diamond painting there, so I don't put my elbow in it. So welcome on in. Let's see who's here. So there's Tammy. Hello. Welcome, Tammy. Hit the like button. Yes, thank you. Marty, hello. Good afternoon. Michelle Morris Campbell, hello. Carol Racine, hello. Neighbor, go Bears. Orange and blue background for the Bears. Evening going to be lurking because I am kidding a whip down, Ausper says. So, kidding down a whip. Do you save all your drills or just the special ones? What does everybody do? I've gotten to the point that I get rid of all of the drills except for a special if they're good. The only exception is if I have a bunch left over and they're extremely good, of a specific, like a bunch left over a specific color and they're good drills, I may keep them, but you never know. Heather, hello, welcome on in. Jay Lee, hello. Crafting with Mary. Gabby's in the house. Welcome on in, Gabby. Jay Lee's asking how I am. I'm doing okay. We'll talk about that in a moment. Melly's asking where my new accessory is. It's over here. It's right over here. Let's see. Annette, welcome on in. Hey, Jessica. Sarah Ann, hello. Welcome on in. Risa, hello. Risa was diamond painting with a very good-looking Bloody Mary the other day, and that looked. I don't like tomato juice, but I was picturing vodka and something else, some other type of juice perhaps. And it looked really good. Oscar says, save everything, but I've only been diamond painting for 11 months. Okay. Hi, Eve. Welcome on in. Save most. Okay. I find it interesting. I always find it interesting, and I will say a little frustrating that sometimes when people like that are new to diamond painting, they ask a question, which is fine, but it's like they're looking for a hard and fast rule. Oh, you keep all of your drills, you must do that, or else you go to diamond painting jail. Or, oh, you get rid of all your drills or diamond painting jail. It's like, you do what you need to do. And it's like, I know what I have as far as extra drills and stuff, and I'm just going to do what I need to do. There was one, what was the image? I think it was the beach hut, the nautical beach hut. I ran out of a color. Totally uncharacteristic of deck, and I hadn't dropped anything or whatnot. So what I try to do is I try to have one of every DMC color, like one little packet of DMC color, and so that I can go pull it out, then order the replacement, but have it done by the time the replacement gets here, replacement gets here, and then replace it in my stash. And lo and behold, that was the one. I didn't have any resin drills. I only had acrylic because at the couple years ago, I had ordered from Art Dot. You can order one of every DMC that's out there. And I did that. They're acrylic drills. And if you care about that thing, if you don't care about it, whatever. But I have since, so I had those and I put them down and they weren't quite as shiny, but I thought, you know what, I'm almost done. I want to get it done. So then I went and I did order a new set of resin drills from Forever Young. Forever Young is my new favorite go-to for drills. I think they have really nice drills. So So when those come in, I'm going to go through my regular drills, and I have to file those away and do something with the acrylics. I'll probably keep them, but I'll put them somewhere else for the backup to the backup. But anyway, let's see. Melanie says, I want to go to diamond painting jail. I get so much done, right? Yeah, agree. And yeah, I agree. Maybe not jail per se, but I don't know. Teresa says, I keep them all. I like organizing them. So do I. You know, it's sort of like, I don't know, when I was a kid in like junior high, I volunteered to work at the library, and you had the card catalogs back then, stuff like that, and you were constantly like re-shelving things and refiling things and putting new cards out there. And it sort of gives me that feeling because I have drawers right now for everything that is a special drill. And then I have 3 boxes with the cards with the DMCs on it for everything that's a DMC number. The only thing that I'm sort of vacillating on is crystals and ABs and fairy dust. It's like, do those go in a drawer or do those go into the boxes? Because I have them in both places. So still have to work that out. But I just love going through the little cards and, okay, here's the bag I need. Here's the bag I don't need. I have a couple. These were from the kit that I just worked on. And like the deck, what did I do with the with 310 that I had so many twisted onyx? What was I doing? Oh, this was from Star Wars. I finished the Rebellion. You know how I mixed the background of 310 with the twisted onyx? So I was left with like 2 whole bags of 310, and it's DMC, or it's Diamond Art Club 310. And then here's my mixed with the sparklers. I'm like, well, I'm not going to take them apart. So I get to go put those in, and then I saved all of the other specials for sure. So I have to go through and file all of that maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Let's see. It was so yummy. Vodka and orange juice with some cranberry would be yummy too. Yes, anything with, well, vodka. You had me at vodka. Let's put it that way. Eve, how's your new accessory working for you? Says Melanie. Does Eve have a new accessory as well? So my new accessory is an arm splint. So yesterday, oddly enough, right after I had made an appointment to go see an orthopedic surgeon about, I have both of my shoulders, I have my chiropractor says torn rotator cuff. My regular doctor says shoulder impingement. And in reading like how to diagnose it, it's hard to do that without without MRI. And you know, to get an MRI, you need like a specific real reason, right? So I just made an appointment with someone for later this week. Oh, and I have carpal tunnel in both, worse in the right hand than on the left hand. And my doctor was like, do you want to get that fixed? I'm like, he's like, why don't you get it fixed? It's like, it's better than being, I don't have pain from the carpal tunnel, but I'm numb. Like right now, my pointer finger and thumb are always a little numb on this hand, and this hand sometimes as well, but this one all the time. So I thought, okay, so I made an appointment. Well, then I go out and I have to run to the drugstore to pick up, I had a prescription that was ready. And they've gotten very temperamental. Is anyone else's drugstore gotten very temperamental? Like if you're not there in like 30 minutes to pick up your prescription when it's ready, they're like sending it back somewhere. Like, what the heck is that about? So I go outside, I take Sammy out, get him settled. Then I go outside, get in the car. It's freezing cold. But it was beautiful sunny, but it's just been so cold here this weekend. So start the car up, getting ready to go and stuff. And I have those mirrors that retract when you turn the car off. Well, they freeze. They can freeze in that spot. So what I normally do is I just roll down my window, hit it, and my side goes out. The other side, I take the snow brush, roll down the window, poke it, and it will open. Well, I couldn't get the window open. It was frozen shut. So I thought, okay, let me get out. So I get out, walk around the car. I hit it. It opens. Okay, great. Coming back around. So I'm next to the car, but not close enough to the car to hold on to anything or whatnot. But I hit a patch of ice, and I went down hard on my back, butt, back, side, the whole thing, right? And I think I had a jacket on that had like a puffy hood, and I think I hit my head too. But the hood cushioned that for me. But all I could feel was my left foot was not sliding. My right foot had slid and went out from under me. My left foot was not sliding, and that's what I was paying attention to, because I felt myself about to like sprain or break my ankle. But then when I hit the ground, this shoulder, it felt like I had done something super horribly wrong with it. And it just, the pain was incredible. So I got up, my ankle and foot was very sore. But I got in the car, sat down for a minute, closed the door, let the heater run. And I go to do my seatbelt, and I can't move this arm. I thought, okay, this isn't good. So I went to Walgreens, got what I needed to get, and then I thought, I'm just going to go home. I need to go home. So I came home, and I can do anything as long as the upper part of my arm is against my chest. I can do whatever I need to do. I cannot lift my arm away from my body whatsoever. So I thought, okay, well, we'll see how this goes. So this morning when I got up, well, last night I couldn't sleep, mostly because I was getting pain and muscle cramps in my leg. I was surprised I could sleep on the shoulder, and it was fine. And actually that's eventually how I fell asleep. I think like laying on this side, it took too much stabilizing to keep, your shoulder straight or something. So by laying on it, it took some of that stress off. So I only slept for a couple hours, got up this morning, got Sammy ready or set for the day. I think we took a little bit of a nap, and I went up about 11 o'clock to immediate care. And I always feel so stupid going to those places, because it's like, first of all, is it the right place that I'm going? Because I've had that happen before where they're like, no, you got to be in the other place, whether it's the ER or you could have done this in urgent care or whatever. So I go in there and tell them what happened, whatnot. And of course, now the day after, my foot hurts, but everything hurts. My legs hurt, my back hurts, my neck hurts, everything hurts. So I'm limping around, whatnot. I check in and go in, get all set up and stuff like that. And the physician assistant comes in, and he's moving my arm. Now, like I can move my arm if I'm moving it with my other hand. Like I can't move this arm by itself. So he said, let's do some x-rays, because they can't do an MRI at the immediate care. They did x-rays, and he says, nothing's broken. He goes, so it's probably soft tissue. We don't know for sure. He goes, you need to go see an orthopedic. I says, oh, perfect. I'm going on Wednesday or Thursday. Great timing. So he gave me some steroids and to accelerate the healing, and then some, or he just said Tylenol or whatnot for pain. And so I got home, probably about 1 o'clock, I think it was. Came in, took the first round of steroids. I never seen steroids like this. They're almost like a Z-Pack. And you take the first day, you take 6, then the next day you take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're 6 days, you're done with this whole round of steroids. And so I took that, and then I went to lay down with Sammy, and he's so sweet. He knows something is wrong. So he's like on the bed, he's like sniffing me, like, what's going on? What's going on? And then he lays right next to me, and so I feel his warm butt on my back and stuff. And it was cute. And then I was out for like an hour and a half or so. I woke up, and I will say the pain is definitely less. I'm assuming maybe because it's the steroids addressing some of the inflammation and stuff like that. I did just take some Advil before logging on here, but I still can't use my arm. I can use it, like I can get it up on my table. So this is a good thing. So last night I was trying to diamond paint, and it was very painful. I couldn't get comfortable. But today, I can get my hand up on the table, lean it on the table, and then diamond paint. I'm good. So that's good. I can still diamond paint. But using the mouse and stuff like that, that is very painful. So I'm not looking forward to Tuesday. But yeah, so that's certainly through my weekend, a wrench in my weekend from getting some stuff done that I wanted to get done, diamond painting or not. And I seem to, once a year, I bite it on some ice. And hopefully this was my one and only time this year, for sure, because I don't need that. Let's see. Okay, so they're asking Eve what happened. So since Eve put it in the chat, I'll mention it. So Eve, I forget what day it was, but it was like last weekend, maybe, or early in the week or something. She fell and hit her head really bad, the back of her head, and she's got staples, and she has a concussion, or post-concussion, she says here. She's wacky, she's goofy, more so than usual. So she's been healing. She wasn't able to return to work, so she's been taking care of. She's been addressing, taking it easy and addressing her issues. But yesterday, a couple days ago, Melanie asked Eve. She said, "Red or purple?" And Eve said, "Purple." She goes, "Okay." She goes, "For what?" She goes, "You'll see." So Melanie sends her a helmet. It's like one of those soft helmets that you would maybe see wrestlers wear or something like that. And Eve put it on, and only Eve can make a freaking purple helmet look stylish. She put it on, and she's all, so we're laughing and stuff. So she's saying, "You sure that hood wasn't an elderly protection helmet?" Because then we were looking up. There's like things that you could wear, and when they detect that you're going down, they inflate and stuff like that, like airbags for your body and stuff. But yeah, Eve says she tripped in her kitchen. Yeah, Melanie says, "Following your 50s, such a joy." I know, and what I told these guys was, I said, you know how ice is really bad for old people and they can slip and fall and hurt themselves? Well, I'm old. I'm old. No longer am I just popping back up and going, okay, let's shake it off and move around. Let's see. Yeah, Melanie says they should build those into coats and hoodies for everyone over 40. Absolutely. Thank you for Christopher. Hi, welcome on in. Let's see. Those are the steroids that hype me up big time. Oh my God. Well, I could use a little something, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm so tired. I took the nap and I'm still sort of dragging. So I'm hoping, and I've read the directions twice. So like I said, I got home around 1 o'clock, and it says unless otherwise directed, all 6 tablets in the row labeled first day should be taken the day you receive the prescription, even though you may not receive it until late in the day. All 6 tablets can be taken immediately as a single dose or made to be divided. So I took 3 of these pills when I got home because it was 2 after breakfast, or 2 before breakfast, 1 after lunch. So now I have 1 after supper and 2 at bedtime. But I felt like Elvis taking a fistful of pills there, but I could use a little something. Rich gets to be a Furby for a few days. That would be nice. That would be actually, I could get a lot done around here for sure. Hi, Matt. Welcome on in. Gabrielle, I hope I recuperate quickly as well. I am looking forward to going to the orthopedic because more so for my shoulders. My shoulders have been really bothering me for some time. And the carpal tunnel, while uncomfortable, it doesn't, the numbness goes away from that, whereas I'm constantly feeling numbness in my hands here. So let's see, Matt says I've been doing nothing but trying to sleep off a cold. Yuck. But yay to sleep. I have a heated throw on the bed that I keep on all day for Sammy to go lay on. And when I went to lay down, I was only asleep for a little bit, take a little nap. So I laid down on top of it. I go, damn, this is nice. What have I been setting you up with here? This is nice. I didn't even need a blanket or anything. Christopher says, please take care of yourself, Eve. Melanie says it looks adorable. It does. Teresa, I fell hard 3 times last February. Black eyes and cracked my head the other time. Ugh. Praying for no falls this year. Same. And part of me, I'm just like, why do I live in a place that, anywhere you live, it's trying to kill you. But, ice is just so ridiculous. And you can't always do a lot about it. You can put stuff down, and I usually do, but it had just lightly snowed. It was covered over, so I didn't know that I was walking on ice. And yeah. Rhett and Link with those airbag vests is hilarious. Okay, I'll have to go look for that. I know who Rhett and Link are. Steroids make me jittery, can't sleep, says Jessica. I don't know that I've been on them enough to really. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know that have I ever been on. I've had to have been on steroids, but I don't know, maybe. But like, if I can get stuff, get some energy and get some stuff done, I'm fine with that. She says that they've always given me that pack you got. I thought they gave me a Z pack because I've had the Z pack before, the antibiotics. I've never seen this before, but Eve says day 2 of a steroid pack like that, I'm crawling out of my skin. All right, well, tune in tomorrow and see what's happening. Mel says she's been comatose for over a week now. She's been really sick. Thank you, Sarah. Teresa says, glad you didn't break any bones. Me too. Sarah says, I fell 3 times this past year and there was no ice. Yeah, and and it's what's getting difficult now is Sammy, with his diminished hearing and eyesight, he just walks right in front of me without even knowing that he's doing it. And there's been a couple times that I've almost tripped over him, and that scares me even more. Less for me tripping, but he does not need my big old butt landing on him and then hurting him. So but he's on prednisone. Every day he takes prednisone, and this is methylprednisolone. So maybe we're on the same drugs again. I don't know. Mel says, wonder if taking him at bedtime is a good idea. That's what it says. Sarah, maybe I'm just a spaz. No, I don't know. Some people are just like that, right? Tammy takes steroids 3 or 4 times a year. Yeah. and they make you feel really good. And she gets to be, I call her a Furby when she's like that. Do you remember the Furbies? It's she doesn't stop. But it's also good to know that she's feeling better. So double-edged sword. But I still yell at her about it. I actually one day I ordered a Furby. I went online with her. I just set it there, and it was like talking to her. Anyway, Jessica Mel, they build up in the system, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember if I've ever been on steroids. Haven't been on these before, but she's a Furby without steroids. Absolutely. Carol says, be safe, other folks. Weather, flu, colds. Hope everyone heals quickly. Yeah, I've heard that it's really the flu and cold. The flu's really bad. Oh my God, I got to record you doing that. What, the Furby noise? Just record Tammy. I've heard the flu's really bad. I'm going to have to say that wintertime, I could really dig this. I don't leave the house unless I really have to, and I don't miss, I shouldn't say that. I did, a friend of mine who I hadn't seen for a year, I think I told you this last week, we went out to lunch on Sunday, and that was really nice. It was a good time catching up. So I guess I do miss it a little bit, but I don't miss going to the store and stuff like that. I'm like, just deliver it or let me come pick it up and whatnot. Berta Bluebird restocked. Yes, Berta, did you see that the Bluebird of Happiness restocked from Peggy Collins? There was a restock a little while ago. Jessica, the Mandalorian with Grogu in his lap going to Lightspeed or whatever, that restocked in case you need that one. Berta, yeah, I and then I looked at it. I'm like, oh, I should get that. And then I guess I did get it because we were all going to do it together, right? But so the story of the Bluebird is the Bluebird had restocked a while ago. And for whatever reason, I had in my mind that Berta was looking for that one. So immediately when I saw it, I says, Berta, Bluebird of Happiness is in stock. So she buys it. We're on a video call. She buys it. And like a half hour later, she's back on her phone. She goes, why the hell did I buy that? I don't know. I says, isn't that one that you want? She goes, no. I said, why the hell did you buy it? She goes, because you told me to. I didn't realize that I was that influential. So she bought this Bluebird of Happiness, and it's huge. And she's like, meh, she's not too excited about it. So then we're joking with her. And that's how I came up with the Bluebird of Happiness trinket tray that Berta did a reverse Uno on me with, because I got that as a joke for her. So then finally she's like, no, I really do sort of like it. And now I've really gotten into Peggy Collins. So now we all have it. And we're going to have to do it at some point. Let's see. Chocolate Diamonds. Hi, Doretta. Bad weather, I only go out when necessary. And I would totally, I keep thinking about when we used to be up in the Upper Peninsula visiting grandparents during the winter and stuff like that. And it was like you had the freezer stocked, you had everything, everything you needed, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I could do that, just I'm in the house from December 1st through to the spring. I don't know. Jessica says, since my antibiotics seem to not be cutting at this time, probably going to annoy my doctor for steroids tomorrow. Fun. He totally caught me off guard when he said steroids, because I thought, give me something really good for pain, and not necessarily like an opioid or anything, but give me like the good extra stinks, Advil or something. He goes, give you steroids. And I must have made a look on my face. He goes, it'll help you heal faster. I'm like, okay, well, that's good. Maybe that'll help my foot and my butt and my legs and everything else too, right? Carol says, Berta, congratulations on your Seahawks. Yes, I heard it was a blowout. And that's exciting. Melanie says, jokes on us. Now we all own it. The Blue Bird of Happiness. Yes, we all ended up getting it. Just because I saw the Mando one, but I've got such a stash. Okay. True or false to everybody? Jessica has less than 20 diamond paintings, probably. Does she have a stash or does she have a small pile? I don't think that's a stash, really. Cat Hair and Chaos, welcome on in. Matt says Berta birds are making her happy lately. They got to be Super Bowl favorites in my eyes. Yeah, I think so as well. Only Berta buys something because Rich tells her to. I mean, hell, I will start asking her to buy stuff that I want. And when she goes, why the hell did I buy this? I go, I'll take it. Sarah says she's actually diamond painting today. Congratulations. What are you working on? She couldn't tell you the last time that you did it, whether she was busy with kids and families and stuff or making bags and stuff like that. It's I'm sure it's nice to get back to something that you enjoy doing that you don't get to do a lot. So Berta says Tammy even got her own baby Bluebird of Happiness. Yes, to paint with all of us together. Yes, because it's the Bluebird of Happiness is pretty big and it's a square. And Tammy is swearing off squares for a little bit for her health. So we got her a small round Bluebird so that she can work on it. Seahawks are looking good, says Tammy. Okay. What constitutes a stash, says Jessica. Okay, so what constitutes a stash? What is it? What do you guys think constitutes a stash? There's a saying. What is the acronym? SEAL. Stash exceeds life expectation. That's a stash. And I'm trying to think how many diamond paintings you think you can get done during a year. Let's say 20 a year because they're all different sizes. So if I take my stash, divide it by 20 a year, I would have to start now and work for 26 and a half years to finish my stash. Yeah. Bird and Mel got me watching football again. I haven't watched in 10, 15 years. Yes, Eve, same. I haven't been following football, haven't been following the Bears, but I tuned into that game with the Packers that they were neck and neck until the last seconds of the game. And I really got back into the mojo of football a lot. 20 paintings in one order for some people. Yes, Carol, like my Black Fridays, probably. Yes, I did. I like it. I don't know what Tammy's liking. Make Market Kid. It's a Christmas one. Okay, well, get that done. Get it ready for next year to put out or whatever. I'm sure we'll finish out birds before Tammy. I can already hear her say in my defense, yes, Tammy will have 14 reasons why she didn't finish her smaller bird when we finished the huge bird. Did I get the ES for that? I think there was an ES for that. I think I was going to look at it and see. I'm trying to use what I have in my stash a little bit. So take some suggestions from it and then find something in my stash. But yeah. Jessica says, I'm quilting and it's Sable. Stash accumulated beyond life expectancy. Okay. Sable. So I guess you have that in quilting too. So when your stash is as big as your probably fabric stash, then we'll talk. Gail, just like everything else in diamond painting, the stash is in the eye of beholder. Yes, Gail, good point. Hi, everybody, she says. Absolutely. And you know what? It makes me happy. So, I'm not doing anything illegal or harmful to others. So let me have my freaking stash. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's see. 20 sounds like a small collection, Michelle says. Yes, you could put them out like up on a shelf and just admire them and stuff like that. Um, Matt says it wasn't her fault. Yep. Hey, she'll finish her birdie. Wait and see. Can I start early? See, she's already going for the can I start early? Can I do this? Can I do that? Where can she cut the corners? Tammy's do the damn diamond painting. Play by the judge, or play by the rules. Jessica says no judgments. Yes. Although people do stash shame out there big time. But I am trying to be very conscientious this year of less buying. Although I do believe in diamond painting math, I will always be on the D-Stash pages, Mercari, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and I've bought a number of items off of those sites or pages, and it just doesn't feel like I'm buying a new diamond painting because it's not new, it's used. So those don't add to the stash, right? And then when you de-stash one, it's like you get rid of 2 or 3 because that's just how diamond painting math works. But I'm currently looking for one unicorn because now I'm in my Peggy Collins era. And I will find it someday, but I'm like, just do what you have. Do what you have, and if you see it, you see it. Gabrielle, tell me, yes, you will finish the bird, she says. Amen, says Risha about stash. Yes. Mel says, I want to buy more from small shops. There's some really good ones out there. Yes, there is. There really is. And like what I've noticed is there's even some small shops out there that the majority of what they have is unlicensed, but they'll have a special collection of licensed artwork. And whether or not that matters to you is neither here nor there, but it's something I look for. I don't particularly care about AI versus not AI as long as it looks okay and doesn't have 7 fingers. But let's see, who have I recently bought from? The one with the diamond art, I have some stuff from them. Diamond Painting Shop with the E. That's a new to me store. Did I get something? I got something from them. And now I'm waiting on the Diamond Art Gallery. They have some really cool artwork as well. My thing is my taste in art runs a little not normal sometimes. Like a lot of the DAC stuff, okay, it's nice, but it's not my thing. Or it's really not my thing. So I do appreciate the smaller shops that have some of this unique artwork and stuff like that. Who was it? It was a Diamond Studio UK has that artist, Melanie, I forget the name of that artist, but it's like a Swedish name or something. And I had bought from one of Crashly's auctions, I had bought something from Lori, and I got it, and I'm just so excited about this image. I want to start working on it right away. And I go and look, and they have a couple other things by that person. They just released a new one. So I had to go buy something at least additional. And I'm also checking out, like I got this out because I want to look at it. So Picmondu, we all know Picmondu from the E-pens, right? And how Tima loves her Picmondu. They do diamond paintings as well. And they're a German company, and I love their box. So you know how obviously the boxes from China are sometimes poor grammar, stuff like that. And here, this box is mostly in German, except for like their tagline here. Instead of saying just DIY or do it yourself, it says Das Do It Yourself. So that's like the do it yourself, right? Diamond painting set. So, and this is like, I think this is like a Pokemon type thing, but I got it because I just wanted to check out what the quality was like. Because, I mean, first of all, German ingenuity, and with the last name of Schneider, spelt is in German, the German way, and actually is a word in German. You got to hand it to the Germans. So I want to see how they're going to do. But let's see, Cat Harrison, what's your unicorn? I'm looking for Mystery Number 69 by Peggy Collins. It's music. And like I said, I've really gotten into Peggy Collins. I'm actually working on the stained glass trees right now. I started this. Cheryl did an ES and sent it to me early. And I just got my bling the other day. So I put this together and I've been working on it. This is what I'll take to the retreat with me. And then this is also what I'll work on during the Peggy Collins event too. I'm trying to hit as many things as I can with a limited number of paintings. And I'm really enjoying it. What I love her stained glass stuff because it gives, I think I've said this before, Mandy Manzano vibes, whereas Mandy has the black outlines and you sort of fill it in and it's very, I don't know, it's like cathartic and it feels a little bit like you're a kid again, coloring and stuff like that. And you got a little bit of that going on here as well. So, so that is my current unicorn, Mystery Number 69, Peggy Collins. Melissa, how do you choose what to work on when you have a stash in the hundreds? My stash is huge and I struggle to pick one to do. Well, I know some people put them on a wheel and they work on it. What I've done in the past, and if anybody has a unique way, please share it in the chat. What I've done is that's what I use events for. Even though I don't officially participate, I look for something that's going to fit the event and then I get through but this year I'm doing some events I want to, have paintings to qualify for, but really I'm doing what makes me happy and not making it a job. And quite honestly, if something sits on the shelf for too long and I pass over it too many times, I'm going to destash it. I need to do what makes me happy. And whether that's, and I love Lizette's challenge for the year, Refresher Stash. She's she says, go back to your oldest painting and do some of the older ones to like get rid of them, because couple of reasons. Number one, over time, your taste may change, or even look at Diamond Art Club. They have improved their drills. They've improved their grids. Dreamer Designs has improved their grids. All these companies are constantly improving a little bit. So if you're looking at an old one and going, oh, that's going to have gapping, you may not want to do it. Well, get it out and do it, right? It's still a DAC or Dreamers. It's still a quality kit. It's just not as quality as the one that you got yesterday, right? So I love that idea. And I also have probably what I'll try and do this year for things that aren't necessarily event related is I have some paintings from shops that I've never worked on a painting from those shops. So I'll probably focus a little bit more on the smaller shops. Let's see, Voros, yes. And Ike or whatever that is like her, I think it's like her stage name type thing, whatever. Let's see, Chocolate Diamond, yes, Dorota, give me a thumbs up. Everybody give me a thumbs up. How many whips do I have, says Teresa? I've only worked one at a time, but I just decided to do more than one to keep it interesting. My only issue is I have to put everything away each night because of cats. How many whips do I have? I think the most I've ever had is like 6 or 8. And I will always have multiple stashes, and here's why. So when I was working on the Rebellion, the Star Wars one, lots of color blocking. That gets boring after a while. So I want to get out something that's a little bit less color blocking, keep it fresh, keep it keep it interesting. So I like switching out, going back and forth. So I have two rolled up back there, my J-Wall and a Christmas one that's extremely confetti heavy. I can only handle that for so long. So I'll probably pull those out periodically throughout the year. And so I just like to have some because it keeps it interesting, right? And I hear you about cats. I don't have cats, but I know that they can get into everything. I don't know if you have a closet or something you hang them up in, but this is a really easy way to swap out paintings and stuff like that. So Tammy says Lizette has some really good ideas. I think she does as well. Melly says I want to do another unicorn this year, but for the most part, I'm going to pick what makes me excited to do, especially new to me shops. Agree. One thing I'm going to do this year is a mystery. I've never done a mystery kit, and I want to do one. And Melanie just recently did a mystery kit. I don't know, was it your first one or was it just one that you're excited to do? And it was beautiful. So of course I had to get that one. But I want to do a mystery kit for sure. Events guide my choices and keep me focused. I love it. Agree, Risa. I really agree. And like I said, even if you're not formally participating, like, yeah, I'm not going to, fight to get my weekly progress up and stuff like that. It's something to help you keep going, right? Have a little direction. Doris says I have 5 whips, 3 are carryover from last year. Yeah, so 2 of mine are carryover from last year. 2 of the whips that I have, I'm getting rid of because I don't want to do them anymore. They're too confetti heavy. The one was like a promotional one that I got, and it's just not my style. And I started it, and it's just not doing it for me. So I'm not going to worry about it. Sarah says I work on my paintings one at a time in the order I buy them usually, but also can't afford much. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to do it. Obviously, I was thinking the other day. I was finishing up. I think it was a Rebellion. I go, what does it feel like to be like, ooh, what is going to be the next diamond painting I'm going to buy? Like, that would be a really cool feeling instead of, all right, let me go stand in front of my stash and stare at it for a while to figure out what I'm going to do next. But then end up buying something new anyhow. Tammy says I have 4 old paintings I want to get, and they're all over 100 centimeters. Well, God bless you on that one. Mel, it was the first mystery, biggest unicorn. Nice. Peggy, hello, welcome in. What was the name of the company in Germany? Looking for buying machine. The diamond painting company, Diamond Painting Deutschland, is the name of that. Dorette, I haven't done a mystery, but I have 6 mystery kits here. I need to do that. Oh, the e-pen. Picmandu. They're on Amazon. You can find them on Amazon. But it's PICMONDOO. And this is, there's 2 versions out there. This one has 2 speeds, and it has like an LED light on it, which you want to maybe look out for this one because it is so quiet that you could leave it on really easy. So it's nice to have that LED. But I still love my regular pens, but when it comes to, if I don't want to screw around with water and stuff like that, doing ABs and stuff, I get out my, my e-pen. Mel says she's definitely doing another mystery kit this year. Cool. I packed up the kit I was working on, says Eve. Wasn't making me happy. Lots of crappy drills. Start on one that's been calling my name since the day I got it from Jada Gem Shop. Nice. And yeah, I feel I think that's what you need to, I think that's what everybody needs to do. You're welcome, Peggy. Michelle Morse Campbell says she loves her mystery kit. So much fun. I actually got a shipment from Jada Gem Shop yesterday that I'd been waiting for some time. And it has a really big Rebecca Tyndall that I'm looking forward to because the colors are amazing. Her images are usually amazing, except for the one with the dragons and it doesn't look right. It looks dirty. Jessica says 3 whips, 45 in the stash, not counting the cheapy teamy ones, and 6 more on order. That's a Monday. I don't know how many I have over here that when I get them, I usually put them over here and then I put them on my spreadsheet and then they go in the stash room and they accumulate over here. And I yell at myself every time, like, stop doing this, put them away, be done with it. But I don't do it. But so 45 in the stash, that's not bad. That's not bad. You still are not exceeding life expectancy whatsoever there, for sure. But yeah, I will say I've totally slowed down on pens. I will still buy the occasional blank, but I realized that I truly had a problem when Enabler's Outpost, I like how they turn their pens. They were struggling with stuff, and I sent, I think, 16 blanks to them for them to turn. It took them a couple months. But I literally have drawers now of pens that are new to me that I haven't used yet before I put them in the permanent storage. And I'm like, you have a problem. You have a problem and you need to stop. But what I am doing is when I get out one of the pens that I haven't used before, if I start using it and it doesn't feel good, it immediately goes into a container, a bin to destash. Let's see, Jessica and her cute baby stash. Yes. Teresa had no idea the restocks. Y'all made me look. Oh my, anyone like a cat named Poppy? I did see that one. What was there anything? There was one that restocked that was sort of like maybe, but I need to control myself. But they did restock, so go check it out. Mel says I have a pen problem. Also, Rich Rapture Resin auction. So, Rapture Resins, the guy who owns it, his name is Dan. He does some amazing blanks. I mean, just he's doing unique colors. He does these great glitter pens, and he does, like, here's one of the ones I got recently. This is I think these are dragon scales or mermaid scales, but see how it's clear. Part of it's clear. These turn up so cool. And this is all, none of this is 3D printed, because when they first started doing designs like this on pens, they would 3D print an outline and then put it in the tray, pour the resin over it, and that's how they would achieve the different colors. Well, the problem with that is it creates the 3D printing filament creates a weak spot in the resin. And I've seen it a couple times when someone's turning one of these, it breaks and it goes flying all over the place. This is 100% resin. There's no 3D printing in here. He also does a series he calls Worthless Woods. And these are some type of like exotic wood usually. And then all of these colors that he does like this, he has names for them. So like this one is called Electric Vibe. This blue is Electric Vibe. And so is this one because I like blue. And so he has, usually once a month, he has an auction, usually about 30 pens or 30 blanks. Here's another one. What is this? Pearl and Purple Rain. Now this one was a mystery blank. And how that works is like I said, he has like 30 blanks. He'll put out, this one goes out, but it has a cover over it. So you don't know what you're bidding on. So you're blind bidding, and this was the one I got. I like the center. I don't necessarily care for the ends all that much. And he will also do where you will win a blank, and then he goes, oh, this is one of the special ones. You get a freebie. You get an additional freebie. So it's so much fun to watch the different stuff. We usually stream it Melanie, Berta, Tammy, sometimes whoever, Eve, whoever is around, will stream it through Discord, so we're all watching it. We all talk about the pens. Oh, this looks like that, or this over here, blah blah blah. And he has this little turntable that he sets the pens on, so they spin, and it ticks. And you would think that becomes annoying, but it doesn't. It's actually hypnotic, and it's soothing. And there was one time, I guess he went and he replaced his turntable with a new one, and people complained and said, we want the other one back. But it's fun because you see and there's people out there, just regular diamond painters, that want to get a blank to send it off to one of their turners, or there's actually pen turners out there as well. So it's also a good place to meet or get to know some of the new pen turners and stuff. But you can get some of these blanks for really inexpensive. Some of them go much more expensive, especially like the worthless wood ones. And then typically on a lot of the blanks, not all of them, but like this one, I won this one. But if everyone else in the chat wanted this one, he arranges it that someone takes care of recording and making all of the remakes for him. So he'll remake this one. He just needs to meet some minimum quantity requirements. So let's see. Melly, I have a fabric fetish too. Oh boy. I need a new machine or I'd be sewing every day. Nice. Teresa, did you talk about how you store your extra drills? I'm sitting here with baggies and tubes and getting ready to kit down my latest project. I believe I've showed it before, but I can talk about it again for sure. So I have the, well, here, I'll go get that. I have art dot drawers, and I have this box system. Okay. So my art dot drawers, which you can usually find these on good sales, 50% off over the holidays, and actually they were 50% off like a couple weeks ago still. These are your regular like little art dot round containers, but these are really nice. I put all of my specials in here. So this one is all of my red or pink sparklers. And I have them arranged by Roy G. Biv and then the type of drill, stuff like that. So my specials go in here. And then you can make this on your own, but this came from, is it Flossom Crafter, I believe, or something on Etsy. But she gets these really cool boxes. This one is blue velvet, and this is a set of 3. And this is the smallest one. But then you buy it, and she gives you part of what you're buying is, so foam board, but here is all of the ABs in the 3000 range. And then you get, or at the time, because don't forget they're always adding colors, whether it's DAC or DMC, you get the AB 3011, and then it has the color on it, khaki green dark. So this is what I typically put my DMC ones in, but as you can see, I have some ABs here. So this is where I'm struggling. Like, is an AB a regular drill or is it a special drill? It's a special drill, but it's I need the room somewhere to put them, right? But I really like this system, the box, because it's in numerical order. I can find things really easily. Whereas here, sometimes, not so much on this one, but sometimes when you're dealing with a special drill like a sparkler, they're multi-hued. So they give off like green. There's one, it's called Holiday Lights. It's literally green and red, depending on how you're looking at it. So where do you file that? Do you file it under red or do you file it under green? So what I started doing is when I have ones like that, well, here, Twilight. So I don't know how well you can see this, and I can't raise my other hand to, but see how it sort of has like a red and a blue? So Twilight, so I put on here, it's red and blue, but I underlined red, so I know I'm always going to file this in red. And that's how I do that. But this is a really great system. You can do this yourself. The foam board at Michael's, really inexpensive. You can use index cards or whatnot and just, put the numbers together. But I really liked, because I used to do a binder. Then I got to 6-inch binders and I had no place to put them. So I got these boxes. Like I said, there's 3 of them, and these hold every DMC. It also has crystals, ABs, and fairy dust, all filed within this. So like I said, I just need to figure out where I'm going to be putting stuff. Let's see. Who's not talking about a yarn stash? Sarah wants to see Jessica's fabric stash, yarn stash. A question for everyone storing drills. Matt says baggies are the simplest, but nicer 4mm baggies than anything that is meant for card storage. Yes, anything that's card storage. You can get boxes like this that are pre-separated on Amazon. Just look for card, like Pokemon card storage systems, and you fold them together. They're like mini banker boxes and stuff. That's really inexpensive. I liked this this blue velvet. But yeah, baggies are a great way. Mel says she just recycled that card system, is driving her nuts. Well, that's the beauty of it. So it's something for everybody. Hi, Cindy, welcome on in. Going to do baggies starting now. You're welcome. I have boxes like that from Amazon. They're meant for baseball card collectors. Yes. And you can go on this site. I'll have to look it up, and I'll put it in the description of the video after this. So come back if you want to look for it. I'll put the Etsy store out there. You can buy just the pre-printed cards too, if you want to do that. I am a little bit crazy that I need everything looking the same. So I didn't want to take the time. This is literally a label that she cuts out and puts on this piece of paper. I didn't want to take the time to do that. So you can buy just the cards and use your own boxes as well. Fabric is a whole walk-in closet. Yikes. Let's see. Matt says I do the art dot drawers also, but the size is more limiting, so I end up with baggies for overflow. Yes, and that's truly what I do. Like with these, I will. So, like for example, this is just, I bought a bunch of white fairy dust glow for my Star Wars canvas, and I bought some extra. So I have more than what fits in here. So I do 2 bottles, and I file them next to each other. However, sometimes I just don't have enough room for that. So I do have a small box off to the side that are duplicates of what's in my drawers. And all I do is I have some little Avery removable labels like this. And whenever I have, so like here, this is the stained glass trees I'm working on. See how it has the green dot on it? That means that I have more of this color drill somewhere in my extra drill storage, which I keep the paintings that I'm working on over here. But I know that I have extras. And then when I use the last extra, I just take that label off. So I will do this. I'll put this right on my bottle. So I know, oh, I'm running short on this one. Oh, but the dot means I have some more in the backup stash, if you will. So I'm giving up baggies. Found little containers on Amazon look promising. Okay, good. I have the Corbo boxes with the split. They come in a pack of 3. Works great. Yep. Jessica, Rich, all this organizer, you're a Virgo? Yep. Matt says, I bought just the cards. You can even get just the stickers from Flawsome Crafter. That's who it is. Flawsome Crafter. FLAWSOME Crafter. And she, part part of the cool thing about this is she finds some really cool boxes that all match and go together. So if that's your thing, it's, there's no duplicate for what's in your drawers. Yeah, right. Let's see, Melanie, don't leave me hanging. What did you get on Amazon, says Teresa. Which containers are you doing? I like, speaking of containers, I like these. I think they have drawers with the Tic Tac containers as well, just because they all connect together and you can make a nice bank of them. They also have drawers like this that hold more containers. But what I use this for is this is where I kit up my high color count kits. So this right now has my J-Wall, 160 some odd colors. And the reason I like these for that is because these are not, they're not put in DMC order, which is how I'd normally do it. This is circles, nature, squares, food, hammers, letters, and numbers, arrows, diamonds, people, lines, dots. So I put them in order of, or in category of the shape, because with the 160 colors, I'm not going through by DMC to find it. So Teresa, there's square boxes that lay on their side in a bigger box, and they're big enough to fit a full DP with sparklers bag with room to spare. Nice. That's good, because these hold, as far as sparklers go, these will hold around 2 bags. Sometimes I have to, really fill it up. I mean, look at this one. It's like there's nothing moving in here. But then when I got, no, that was the Elizabeth Ward, like the fairy dust and stuff from DP with sparklers, these were like I needed 2 or 3 of them. Which, by the way, did you ever see the Elizabeth Ward capacity chart that's out there? So you got the 4 different sizes of Elizabeth Ward. You have the tiny, small, medium, and large. Like the tiny holds like 1,200 drills. And then small, 24, 4,000, and 7,600. And that comes in very handy, because when you buy, like if I buy drills, they'll tell you approximately how many, so you know which size you need. But you could also weigh them. And I forget the exact weight of what a square drill is, but you could weigh those bags. That's why Tmall just started selling those little scales. You can weigh it so you know how many are in there, so you know which Elizabeth Ward to pour into, because there's nothing worse than dealing with staticky drills and you're almost get all of them into like the large size, and all of a sudden you just have no room for the rest of it, and you don't want the extra baggie hanging out. So now you got to pour all these static drills into now the large one, and it's just a whole thing. But let's see. He says, I'm doing art drawers with square containers again on Amazon. The containers aren't the split top kind, come in larger plastic holder, 96 square containers. Nice. Yeah, everybody has their own thing. The one thing I will say is if you get these drawers, or even like the other art drawers, Tmall sells, see this dark piece here? That is, it's part of what they sell as a dazzle deck, but it's this. And you can either get it as a dazzle deck, which has 2 things that you can stand this up and put special drills in it and stuff as you're working on it. Or you put this at the bottom of these drawers, and when you take a drill or a package of drills out, so I have a hole there, nothing's fallen over. Because what will happen is you take one of these things out, and without that, all the bottles are flopping all over the drawer, and it just gets to be a pain in the butt. So you definitely want to check out those as a company, these drawers. And what I do is I just look for whatever's on sale. She does scratch and dent ones occasionally. I don't care what the color is. It's going at the bottom of the drawer. So I don't have to spell or I don't have to spend lots of money on it. So, well, I have 5:11 and the Bulls or the Bears game is on, so I'm gonna let everybody go. We also then have 49 minutes before Crafts with Crashly goes on to talk about. They've signed more new artists. I don't know how they're doing this and signing these new artists and getting new designs out, all this other stuff. They are working themselves to death. So I'll go over there at the time being. We can either turn the game down low or turn Crashly down low and see what she's putting out there. But let's go see what her new artists are, what her new products are. And then, of course, there's the drawing for the artist of the week from last week. And then we pick for not this week, but next week's artist of the month too. So I will see you over there. But as always, I've enjoyed myself. I'm love to ask that everyone, you ask these questions and stuff. I love answering questions. So keep them coming. Put them on the Facebook page. If you haven't signed up for the Speaking of Diamonds Facebook page, go search on Facebook and find it. It's also in links of the YouTube page. I've been doing a couple Q&A. You ask a question there and I answer it with a video. I've done working with large paintings and I forgot what the first one was, but how to travel with diamond painting. So you have questions, put it out there and let's get it out there. And what I always encourage is that everyone else in the chat, I know how I do it, but everyone else does it differently. So let's all exchange ideas and share ideas and see what works for everybody. If you're all, once the game's over, whatever, 8 o'clock, I'm going live until whenever. Tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day. I'm off, and it just sort of been like a thing that I do the nights, the 3-day weekends, the Sunday nights. I go live for a little bit, and it's a work along. So bring whatever you're working on, and let's just hang out. I'm going to be starting my temperature chart tonight. So if you have a temperature chart, bring it, and let's talk temperature charts. Okay, so that's 8 o'clock here. Speaking of Diamonds, and we'll go to whenever. And if you are, if you have StreamYard, you know how to use StreamYard. If you want to come on, I can send you a link and we can have you on as well. Teresa says she's traveling Friday and ideas on how to travel with the DP would be great. There you go. So thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Go Bears. I will talk to you next week or throughout the week with some videos coming your way. I've had a nice time. Thank you for all the wishes to feel better. And have a good week. Stay safe and don't slip on any ice, okay? See you at Crashly's. Bye-bye.